There's some Wyatt family related news and stories, so we'll see what that's about. We'll also check out some new information with LA Knight about what happened to him in WWE. Let's start things off with the old and new rumors surrounding the Wyatt family. If you've been watching WWE over the last decade, then you're obviously familiar with the Wyatt family faction. The original faction started off in NXT, with Bray Wyatt, Erick Rowan, and Luke Harper. The premise of the faction was quite simple. Bray Wyatt was the cult-like leader that had these highly devoted soldiers by his side that would do absolutely anything for him. So that instantly makes the faction a big and scary threat because you never know what to expect from them. The original Wyatt family only consisted of those 3 members, but Bray Wyatt was very vocal about his sister, Abigail. He told countless stories about how she raised him, how he looked up to her so much, and how Bray is the way he is, mostly because he took everything from Abigail. So she was this big role model and inspiration for everything that Bray Wyatt would become. And the big rumor in question since pretty much the very early NXT days of the Wyatt family was if we'll ever see the sister Abigail in the flesh, or if we'll see any woman at all within the Wyatt family for that matter. Well, years later, we know that Alexa Bliss would become the first woman to really enter the Bray Wyatt universe. But it looks like there was even an earlier plan to get a woman inside the Wyatt family way back in the day. This story and reveal comes from former WWE superstar Anya Zova. Anya was signed with WWE from 2012 to 2013. Right around the same time frame that the Wyatt family would make their first appearances on WWE television. And according to Anya herself, WWE was close to inserting her into the Wyatt family to be its first and only female member. She had this to say about almost joining the faction during an interview with Developmentally Speaking, quote, "Once I got released, I was talking to somebody from the Wyatt family. So apparently what they had in mind is they wanted me to do the Wyatt family and make me white trash, which would be fun. I would love that. When I heard it, I'm trying to remember, was it Wyatt? I think it was Wyatt who told me that. He's like, yeah, we wanted you to be a part of it. That was their goal. I'm like, well, that would be fun, but it probably wasn't meant to be," end quote. So it's a very interesting story from Anya about what was close to happening. And telling by her comments, it was apparently Bray Wyatt himself who was trying his best to push for her to be added to the Wyatt family, but it didn't end up working out. Even over a decade later, it's still interesting to wonder and speculate what her role could have been. Could she have been an official version of Sister Abigail, or a completely different character? That's what's still unknown. But in much newer Wyatt family related news, Erick Rowan recently made headlines and caught a lot of fan attention when he posted a cryptic picture of the old Wyatt family sheep mask on his official Twitter page. There was no caption on the post, and Erick Rowan usually posts cryptic pictures every so often, so it wasn't anything too out of the ordinary, but it was still the first time he posted a picture of the old Wyatt family masks. So that one picture alone was enough to get the fans flowing with speculation about a potential Wyatt family reunion. Is it possible to see Erick Rowan and Bray Wyatt reunite? There's definitely a possibility there for sure. Ever since Bray Wyatt first returned to WWE in 2022, a popular rumor and fan theory was that Bray would lead a new family and a faction consisting of 6 total members. It was a popular theory, especially with Bray Wyatt's Twitter name being Wyatt6. Everyone thought that was the name and concept for the new group right there. Fans were even naming potential members of the 6 with superstars such as Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Alexa Bliss, Uncle Howdy, and others. But that never happened. And now that Bray Wyatt has been absent from WWE television for nearly 5 months, everyone expects Bray to come back again in a major way with another big reboot. Obviously, everything with the Uncle Howdy story has lost momentum since he's been gone for so long, so we're to assume that he'll introduce a new story and direction when he eventually returns. And what if that direction is getting another new version of the Wyatt family together with Uncle Howdy and Erick Rowan? It would be a couple of fitting members of the faction because obviously Howdy's supposed to be his uncle within the storyline, and Rowan is originally a Wyatt family member. So the both of them would make a lot of sense to be in the new group. As far as the latest rumors go with Bray Wyatt, not much has really changed. There's still several conflicting reports out there, with some saying that Bray Wyatt is nearing a return, while others claim that nothing's being mentioned about his return. So it's still a confusing time for news surrounding Bray Wyatt's return. But hopefully the news picks up more in the coming weeks as we quickly start approaching Summerslam season. LA Knight is one of the hottest names going in WWE right now. He has a lot of momentum going for him, and crowds all over the country are going crazy cheering for him. Like we talked about a few weeks ago, a pure babyface like Montez Ford ended up getting massively booed because LA Knight was the fan favorite in the match. Same thing took place again recently. LA Knight went up against Rey Mysterio, arguably one of the most legendary babyface figures in the history of pro wrestling. Yet, LA Knight was still getting cheered by the fans. LA Knight is also a big fan favorite to win the 2023 Money in the Bank match, but when something feels too expected, WWE usually goes in the other direction. So no one knows for sure if LA Knight will win that contract or not. But LA Knight recently sat down for an interview with Alex McCarthy and spoke about plenty of topics, including what took him so long to come to WWE and the internal reasoning for him becoming Max Dupri. LA Knight had this to say about what took him so long to sign with WWE. Quote, "I was originally going to come back in 2016. I was in talks to come back in 2016, but the company that I was at, Impact, was offering me a very, very nice raise, and WWE at the time was offering me an entry level. This is what we're gonna do. I get it, so I say, I gotta stay and take this money right now. The next year, we come back and talk again. It's the same offer, but I have a programmed raise where I was. So I stayed because I've never seen this money before. Finally, I'm making money, so I figure year 3, we'll talk again. They give me the same offer, and I'm like, God, guys, come on. You can't give a little something extra?" End quote. So LA Knight has been looking to jump back over to WWE ever since 2016, but the raise from Impact Wrestling was too good to pass up at the time. LA Knight also revealed that he was repackaged as Max Dupri because of internal concerns about his age. Quote, "I come up for a dark match, I get the attention of the right people. Hey, who's this guy? But then the age thing comes up. Oh no, he's 40. Danger. But I'm not the average 40-year-old. I haven't gone through the ringer. I haven't had a bunch of surgeries or injuries. Knock on that wood. I've lived a good, youthful life in a certain sense, and I've taken care of myself in a way I would say most don't." End quote. Thankfully for him, he was allowed to return to his LA Knight persona, and obviously it's been a massive success. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.